I mean, each of the B-2 bombers carries two of these M57 very heavy bunker buster bombs, and they would have used two or three aircraft. I mean, one bomb would never do it because nobody quite knows how good these bombs are against a real mountain. They've been tested against concrete and so on, and they said the bombs can penetrate 60 meters. Some have said down to 100 meters of concrete, but that's not the same as a real mountain of different sorts of rock, different geological structures and soil as well that would tend to cushion any blast. So it's entirely logical that the Americans would have used a number of bombs, and there would have been some aircraft backing up as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were three B-2s in the air with two bombs each. There were probably another couple behind them with other bombs in case something didn't work for a backup. So it would have been quite a big flight of B-2s. And as we understand it, they came from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. So they flew intercontinental, and that's about 7,000 miles. But they can do it with some air-to-air refueling. Not necessary for them to go to Diego Garcia, which is some relief to the British government, I'm sure, because Diego Garcia is less than 3,000 miles away. But flying from Missouri there and back to their home base, I think that's what it would have been. In addition, the Americans say they fired about 30 Tomahawk cruise missiles from an Ohio-class submarine, which is in the area, I think probably in the Arabian Sea. And that's probably the USS Georgia. We know that that's there. They've got 4 Ohio-class submarines, which carry about 150 Tomahawk missiles each. And this one said that they fired about 30 Tomahawks at probably Natanz and Isfahan. But the main focus of the attack was Fordo, the mountainside, which contains the main base that the Israelis probably can't penetrate.
Michael, there's been talk of this possibly happening for quite a few days now, and Fordo, in particular, has been at the front of people's minds. We hear from the Iranian side that they've moved their enriched uranium. They may have bombed the facility, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Iran is now without the enriched uranium.
Correct. And there were a lot of images coming out in the last few days of vehicles lining up on the Fordo site, specialist vehicles, I mean, literally 20 or 30 of them. And you could see them with satellite imagery, and it looked as if something was happening at Fordo. And the Iranians have said, well, we've moved some of the highly enriched uranium anyway. Now, whether that's true or not, we don't know. And, putting vehicles onto the site, they would have known that would be picked up by satellite photography, because everybody, literally everybody, is now watching, not just the military, but media organizations using commercial satellite imagery are watching what's going on at Fordo. So the Iranians would have known that would be detected. So there's no way of telling whether that is a real phenomenon. Have they moved highly enriched uranium, or are they just saying that they have and have gone through the motions to make everyone believe that? But certainly it raises the possibility that destroying the site certainly hasn't removed the highly enriched uranium that everyone was worrying about. The other thing that these bombing attacks will be designed to do, the Israeli ones as well as the American ones, is destroy the infrastructure that would allow the Iranians to weaponize the enriched uranium. We know they're very, very close to having enough enriched uranium for several bombs, but they're probably a year away from being able to make it go off, to actually creating a warhead that works. But the essence of some of these attacks, I think, will be on the technologies and the infrastructure that would have given them an easy route, or an easier route to weaponization. And that's, in a way, that's more important than the amount of highly enriched uranium which they've produced.